Generic greetings and welcome to Galaxy Trucker. Today's beverage is a very potent citrus punch soda. So welcome to a bit of an extra video in the form of Galaxy Trucker here. I say extra because this is a digital board game first and foremost, so I know that's not for everybody, not the usual sort of content I feature. So again, I can assume that that most people will not be overly interested in this one. And secondly, it's not going to be any deep dive into mechanics. There's not a big hook for the video. There's no DLC or update or anything else to feature. No real sort of big tagline other than basically I've been very much enjoying this again as of late. It's getting on a bit now, so there's another sort of mark against it not for featuring, but I wanted to put a video together because, like I say, I am very much enjoying it, and well, some people might be interested. So if that's you, then by all means stick around. If not, then no harm, no foul. There's many other things, feel free to skip this one. You can go and check out something else. But yeah, it's going to be a bit more sort of rambly than usual. We're just going to play it and see how we get on. So a bit of an overview of what Galaxy Trucker is. Like I say, this is a digital board game, so it is based on the board game of the same name. You can play this on PC or mobile devices. I personally play it on mobile devices, but I'll put links in the description. But this is the PC version, and well, as I said, based on the board game, which I'm very much a fan of. Probably my second most played board game of all time, Battlestar Galactica being the most played. But yeah, this is a game where basically you can play it solo, but you normally play it with other people in a sort of semi-cooperative way where you all make your own individual spaceships out of parts and sewer pipes and carry different cargo and aliens and pick up things from like abandoned ships and stuff and get hit by asteroids. It's just a lot of fun, and it's very well, it's got that nice level that I like where it's very well designed and mechanically sound, but also has a decent theme and is just, amusing. It's just very fun to play, and that's probably the biggest compliment you can give an entertainment product. Either way, I'm going to play through some of the campaign. There's custom modes and alien technologies, which was originally like DLC, I think, for the mobile. There's also multiplayer, which I think I have dabbled with, but my main focus is going to be on the campaign on this one. So we'll go through, we'll do a little bit of the tutorial type of stuff so you get the idea of how you build stuff, and then we'll do a few runs and just see how we get on. As I said, no real sort of stress on what's going to happen here, although that may change when we run into pirates and or asteroid fields. So over to campaign, and we're going to be talking to this guy. So, hi newbie, I'm here to be your flight instructor. Click anywhere to continue. So how much do you know about galaxy trucking? Choose an answer. Nothing at all. I know about cardboard, but the digital is new to me. Just let me in. I know everything. I'm going to go with that one, and I'll try and explain things as they go on. Oh, another one. Take a shuttle to Port Newbie Space Station. I'll meet you there. Okay, so this is Port Newbie Space Station. This is our avatar. We have 0 generic units of currency. I think it is actually just credits. And well, all Galaxy Truckers start their careers here. Let's talk to the instructor at Port Newbie. Hi, Mr. I know everything. Change your mind. Nah, just show me how to get out of here. Okay, you can take a regular route from here to the space bar and back. There we go. So there's the space bar. It's a safe, boring route. You can spend the rest of your miserable life going back and forth. Sounds good. Or hey, give me a real mission. I'm not normally, if I'm jumping back into the campaign, I'd go give me a real mission. It's more difficult, but for the sake of just getting the mechanics down and such in demonstration, we're going to say it sounds good. Okay, so we can talk to the instructor if we really want to, but I'm just going to go over to this route here. So regular route to spacebar, regular route, class 1 ship. There are 3 classes in the game as standard. So I haven't actually played the very latest version of Galaxy Trucker. I think the original version of Galaxy Trucker is well over a decade old now. I have the anniversary edition and pretty much all of the expansions for that, but that is now like an old edition and the new one's out. I don't know the massive big changes, but I think the moment to moment and the sort of 90% of it is the same, but you've got different classes of ship, and the classes are basically the sizes of ship. As you go up in the classes, you get different sizes, and then they get variations. So you might have a class A, class 1A ship, C, etc., and they have a different layout. You'll see what I mean. Let's just go and take this route. Good luck, says the instructor. And what we do, we've got our hull on the right. I'll be slowing this down a little bit. So this is our hull on the right with the main Celtra section, and these are all of the tiles that we'll use to build. And what you do is you grab a tile from the pile, you bring it to your ship, and then you can place it anywhere where you can use the connectors. Now, the connectors come in 3 parts. They come in a single connector, like this one here. So you've got a single and a single, a double connector, like this one on the right here, and then an every connector, which is these 3 ones. So single can go to single, double can go to double, and then everyone can go to everything. And what you have to do is you have to build on your ship. So I'm going to take this thing here, which is a storage unit, and I'm going to place it there. And now that I've done that, I can then look at what we're going to come across. So we're going to look at pirates, we're going to meet planets, we're going to also come across an abandoned ship, a meteor swarm, and then finally some open space. So a bit of everything. And, well, you need to plan based on that. So let's go ahead and do that. The opponents, by the way, are shown on the left, and you can see what they're building. So there's Anne, currently hasn't built anything, and then Anthony, who has built, they've got a bit of a battery and then a gun. So let's go ahead and start building. So I'll drag the tile along, see if I want it. If I don't want it, it goes back. You can also drag it along and say, you know what, I want to save it, and you put it there. I don't want to do that. You can freely place them in locations, by the way, and rotate them along until you pick up another part or look at these. So let's just continue on. I'm going to place this one in, maybe not there. Let's continue on. There's a gun. I'm going to save that gun there because that is going to be quite useful. There's a battery. I don't want that. There's a storage bit. I don't want that. There's another bit for crew. There's an engine. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to store that as well. And let's just continue building. Oh, so there's a nice section there. That will place that in the front, and that will allow us to build pretty much everywhere around it. Obviously, you're trying to match up the different connectors, but the problem with that, with the whole bit, is it's just a collection of pipes. It doesn't actually do anything. So other things like that allows storage. That is for crew. I'm going to place this one here, and then I'm going to then place this going on here. Forward-facing guns are of very much use. Let's go ahead and grab this. That's a really good bit. I'm going to place that one there, but then rotate it around such that the universal connector is at the front. So any gun that I pick up can be positioned there. There's a few basic rules for building your ship. For guns, you have to have the front section basically clear. I think you might be able to place it... you might be able to leave it a gap of 1, but I just tend to place it so there's always a gap in front of it. So if I place that, say, here, like that pointing down, which you can do, you wouldn't be able to place anything there. Similarly, engines always have to point back. There are some exceptions to the rules in the game because you'll get different modifiers and such, but in general, that's what you have. Let me go ahead and place that there. So again, we've got a universal connector up there, and yes, you can indeed build yourself out of the market, out of oh yeah, that's a really good connector. Let's go ahead and oh, I can't place that there, and see, I'm trying to rotate it around, but I can't because of the way things are. That'll have to go there. That's fine. We've got a gun which will go in there, but it will leave an open connector here, which is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to come back to that later on. There's a gun that can go there, but it requires batteries because it is a... can you right-click on the part? No. So there is a an option for... no, not here. There is a tutorial and there's also a manual in it, I think, as well. But yeah, there's different building. Yeah. Anyway, you can get the manual and stuff, and it'll tell you what it is. But I'm just going off many hours of play to build this thing. So I'm basically going for a ship that has guns facing forward, engines pointing back, and then apparently 1, 2, 3, 4 hazardous storage so far. That will go in... Oh, okay. So that will go in here. But then if I place this engine in there, it will block off this entire section. So instead I'm going to place the engine there. You do need at least some sort of... I'm not going to place that there, actually. That's all kinds of bad. Because I would... I'm ending up just blocking things off. Don't want that one. That one's not going to go there. Yeah, I'm trying to build a sort of universal ship. That will go in there nicely. That'll be fine. What I'm looking for, really... is a gun that will go there. Perfect. So we've got almost all guns pointing forward. This one problem here is things are going to loop around, and that means that if, say, a section here breaks, everything connected to it will snap off. That's... yeah, that's what it's like. So the game is actually a bit more forgiving than the... I'm going to have a gun pointed backwards. No, I'm not going to have a gun pointed backwards because I'm actually low on engine, so I'm going to do that. Oh, that's actually sorted me right out. I need some batteries. I've got only 3 batteries. Oh, another shield generator would be brilliant. And so this shield points to the right and to the bottom, to the back of the ship. I want it facing... well, actually like that, but that would then give me a gap there. The game is actually a lot more forgiving than the physical game, because what happens is you build the ship like you see me doing here, and then what happens is you would that'll have to do once you've built your ship and everybody has taken a number like this, and this indicates the order in which you start your convoy, because you're Galaxy Trucker, you're like a group of truckers. once you've done that, you then all check each other's ships for legitimacy. I don't know if that's the right term, but you check it all for being a legal ship. So if you've got the single connectors, double to double, or the universal to anything, and if there's anything wrong, you then have to remove everything up until it is right. Which means some people I've seen have built ships like I've got over here, and then left with like the entire, say, left side of it gone. So that's fun. And there's no reason why you have to build your ship like this. I've built it because I just want protection, guns on the front, engines on the back, and a little bit of storage and things like that. So I think this is a fairly well-rounded ship. But obviously you can focus on picking up loads of cargo, being very fast. Certain missions in the campaign do require you to be certain speeds or have certain firepowers, etc. But this is the first mission. So, yeah, we'll see what the others have. We're just going to go to continue. So this is what I've created, and we have our crew. You get 2 crew on board there. So 6 crew for every single one. Let's go ahead and check out our ship. So, as I said, that's what we've made. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns pointing forward. We've got 3 engines on the back. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batteries, a bit of a shield generator, and then we've got actually really good storage. These 4 hazardous storage, which is probably too much, but it's what I've made. Let's check out our competitors. This is Anthony, and they've gone with, again, a similar sort of ship in terms of the cargo capacity. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hazardous storage. They've got 4 normal storage. They've got, I notice, only 3 engines, but 2 of them are battery-powered engines. They're basically, battery-powered engines are nothing until you put some batteries in it, in which case they count as double. So gun is, say, 1 gun forward, double guns goes forward. You'll get what I mean when we actually play it. And then finally, Anne has gone with, Anne has ran out of time is what's happened here. And that can often happen in the actual board game. I think when you build the game, you've got a timer. I think it's maybe, I don't know what minute timer it is, might be a minute and a half, whatever it is. You use a timer, and as the ships get bigger, you get more time. In this one, it just sort of counts down until the first person picks a number, and then it's basically, there you go, job done. I've seen people in the digital board, in the physical board game being really mean. And built the ships as quickly as possible, and then went go, and then give everybody the countdown. We generally have a as a rule, especially with new people playing, a rule of not do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll go to the deck. So because we are at the front of the pack here, we draw the card, and we have come across pirates. So pirates will shoot us unless we can beat them. You need 5. Shooting. So we need 5 weapons in order to defeat them. We only have 5, which means basically what's happened is we've oh wow, everybody's been shot there. So yeah, we need 5 weapons to defeat them. I only have 5, so I don't beat them. I equal them, which means they don't shoot me. But everybody else, because they can't beat that, they get shot. So they've been hit with a small bit of firepower, a large shot, and a small shot. The sizes matter because the small ones can be deflected. So yeah, and we can see what's happened to people's ships. So shots come in and hit Anthony's front batteries as well as one of their front guns, because they can't protect against it. They don't have anything else. And we can see that also similarly, Anne has taken a shot to some cargo, and they've lost 2 crew as well. If you run out of crew, it is game over. If you get to a point where it's open space and you've got new engines, it's game over. There's a few other sort of end run scenarios. Let's go to the next one. We have planets. So naturally, planets I do want to land on. There's only 2 planets, and I get to pick first because I'm at the head of the convoy. And we can see that there are different bits here. So we've got a cube of yellow or orange. That orange cube is 3 generic units of currency. The green is 2, and the blues are 1. So we got 3, 5, 6, 7, or we can go with 6 for this one here. So I actually want to go with the top one. So we will say yes, I want to land. Hang on. Sorry, yes, I want to land and go. And then also, it looks like Anna's going down, but however, Anthony has decided not to do that. And because of that, they're going to propel themselves forward, because on this card again, we go back 3 spaces. So there we are. And then we decide where we're going to go. I'm just going to say, put them all in the cargo, let the game deal with it. There we are. So, now it is Anthony up front, you can see there. And well, I guess because it's let's say in the physical board game they will draw the cards, but yeah, we're players, so here we go. Abandoned station. If you have 5 crew, you can get some loot, which is exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to use their 5 crew to go on board. They'll ransack that and then take whatever's left from the abandoned station, and then they'll store that and they'll go back 1 space. But they're still ahead of the convoy, so they get first pick because again they're at the front. We now have a meteor swarm, so we're going to get a big asteroid come from. You can see what's happening is we're rolling a dice, and it's based on the grid here. So we rolled 6, so we have a shot come in at 6. We go, and then we've got a shot come in at 10, so it's straight past here. So it's going to sail past everybody. Now, luckily, my ship is designed so that we can deal with that. So the large asteroids can be shot down if you've got a gun at the pointing that in that column. So I think the first shot came in. Where did it come in? It must have come in from. Probably, I think it was 6 or 9 it came in, and well, this guy doesn't have anything to stop it. It smashed and broke the first thing. Small asteroids, luckily, will bounce off anything, so they will just bounce off unless there's an open connector. Like you can see on the right side of my vessel, we've got these big holes in here because I didn't build it that well, but luckily these are all coming from the front because, again, first run. So overall, Anthony's taken a bit of battering. Myself and Anne have, escaped without incident. So we now have open space, and this is where people can fire up their engines if they've got any battery engines. I don't. The only thing I've got battery powered, even though I've got 5 batteries, is the shield generator. We now have planets once again, and I will land on this one because I do have the red cargo. So red cargo is hazardous cargo, which means it can only go in red storage, which we have 4 of actually. So I'd rather go down, and what I'll do is I will discard the blue token and the blue token because they're worth the least, and then I'm going to place on board the more expensive cargo, and then we have to leave the others into space there. So everybody's gone to pick up, and that's all right. The next one is going to be open space once again, so Anthony's only chosen 1 this time for their engines because they've used 2 of the batteries. They've only got 2 left, and again I don't get a choice because I've not got any powered engines. And then the last one is abandoned ship. You can use 3 crew to, yep, there we go. So Anthony's used 3 crew to go to the abandoned ship, and then they'll head off and they'll gain 4 credits. And that is it. That is our run. So we've encountered pirates, planets, asteroids, open space, etc. And now we'll dock up to the space bar, which looks like a set of drums to me. Anyway, you gain points based on your finishing position, points based on the smartest ship, so how many least open bits of ship. So I've got a few, so like Anne's best is on that one. And then it's the money you've made, generic units of currency. Then you sell your cargo. Then you minus off the bits you've lost. So overall, it's come to myself on 16, Anthony on 16, and Anne on 15. So overall, it is a very successful run, and off to the spacebar for Space Beverages. And that is Galaxy Trucker in a nutshell. So we can go to the spacebar. Let's have a talk to the bartender. So, hello, what can I do for you? Make me your best cocktail. Of course, that'll be 1 credit, please. That's too expensive. I'm leaving, or I can afford it and make some money on the way. Here you go. So thank you. And I've paid 1 credit. Anything else? That's what I want to ask. Anything else? No mission or anything? Excuse me? I just spent some game money on a virtual beverage. Should leave to a mission. Ah, I understand now. I'm sorry. Picked the wrong dialogue branch. The one leading mission was the looking around, and it was free. Anything else? The game is very self-aware, obviously. Give me a tuition. Oh, sorry, but we just make drinks here. Anything else? Oh, okay, I'm looking around. You have a nice bar. Thank you. Great old place once. Business is not going so well these days. Actually, we're about to shut down. I have lots of high-quality beverages in stock, but truckers prefer cheap stuff these days. I wish I'd open the bar on regular instead. These people appreciate quality. Why don't you sell some of your surplus beverages on there? It's not so easy, you know. Dangerous routes, such a fragile commodity. I doubt I could find a trucker willing to deliver to regular. You just found one. Ah, would you be so kind? Crates of beverages, would you take 2 crates? My ship is kind of small, 1 crate, or for what? Forget it. I'm going to say 2 crates, no problem. So you're very generous. Crates will be ready in the component warehouse. There we go. Thank you and have a nice day. So that's another specific run. We've also got some patrons, which I believe is the guy with the, yes, the Yeah, avast, look at the greenie who just stumbled into our bar. Hello, I'm new to space. I can see you just by looking at you, laddie. Your spacesuit's still clean. That's a good parrot you can talk. A little rude. Parrot? What parrot? This is the parrot we're talking to, not the, the trucker. Oh, this is not parrot, lads. My telepathic translator. All those cold, damp nights on the bridge took a brutal troll. During year-long crossing through solar storm, I cracked my larynx. Very sorry to hear that. Oh, don't worry. Thanks to my translator, I can talk for hours without scratching my throat. What brings you to this old space dog's table? Dunno, but I guess. Learn the secrets of the cosmos. Just click something and you were there. I'm gonna go with that one. Kids nowadays never clicked way into the bar. Want to visit a bar? We had to type "go bar." Ah, yes. Like to learn the secrets of the cosmos. Right, you come to the right man. I know a few secrets of cosmos, and there's one in particular I'd like to share, but with the greenie situation, you don't seem to be an able lad. Tell you what, after you visit 7 space stations, I'll reveal my secret. Okay, I like secrets. Now go and leave me to my memories. Right, so we need to come back. Alright, there we go. So, we do have an option to go back to the regular route and maybe talk to the trainer at Port Newbie. He might tell us to go elsewhere. However, we do have a one here, which is Special Mission, Class 1 ship. You promised to deliver 2 crates of fragile goods to regular. Expect sabotage along the way. I will take this route. So we have 2 crates of beverages. I have the shipment ready, of course. I'll pay you for you to deliver the intact. Anything breaks, expect to reimburse me. So, any of the 8 adjacent components is destroyed, fragile cargo breaks. So, I need to protect them at all costs. Alright. So, yes. So, travel safely on, take enough crew. Some of my customers have unfortunate accidents when taking small crews on this route. Right, that is a bit of a hint as to what's to come. So, what I'm going to do is immediately put that there, and then check this out. So, we've got sabotage. People with the least crew will be sabotaged, open space, and meteor storms. So, okay, we've got a lot of things to deal with. Let's go ahead and see what I can do. So, I'm actually going to put that in there. That's actually a good part. And then maybe that one in there, and that one in there. Why not? It did say we need some crew, so we're going to build on that one. And let's see, put some guns facing forward, guns facing left, although that's really exposing this bit. Oh, that's a great part, but not really for me, because it's not necessarily going to help out. Let's continue building. I don't really want to pick up any cargo. That is fantastic, but not the orientation that I want. Continue building on. I want guns facing forward, and I want... Oh, that'll be a good part there, I think. Yes, that will do. Let's get this one. Let's put some... Let's not put that in there. That's a great component, but again, I can't really fit it to my ship. That's good. This one here, we do need to build up some more crew, so that would be fine, although I'm very low on engines. But I'm not concerned about engines. I'm concerned about firepower to the front. I'm not going to go with cargo. I'm not picking up any guns forward. That would be bad because it's got open ports either side of it, so I don't want that. That's a big gun forward. You know what? I am going to... no, I generally think that don't put a big gun pointing forward like that in the middle, because that is like... Well, it's right in the middle of the ship, and it's the one that's going to see the most action. That's just going to fit in there, so why not? It's always good to have a side gun. Guns on the side count as half, but they can still fire, and they certainly will stop asteroids and such. So let's see. I'm quickly grabbing parts and putting them back. In the game, by the way, you have to grab the part, turn it over, think about it, and then put it back before you grab parts. You can't just grab a handful of parts and put them on your board and start flipping them over. You have to bring them back, look at them, and then put them back face up for everybody to see. You have to make sure that that rule is enforced, I find. You know what? I'm going to put that other gun there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 firepower in total. What was the pirate? The pirate was only 3. That's fine. What I want to do is have one more... I need an engine for a start, so that would help if I actually get an engine. Let's see if I can get a standard engine. Because all I need to do is hobble. That's all I need to do. In fact, that's going to go there just for more crew, and then I'm going to put in some sort of engine. So find me an engine, please, and thank you, because otherwise I won't be able to shift. There we go, that'll do. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick number 4, because I want to be at the back of the pack. I have no interest in being at the very front of this. And this is, again, a valid tactic of I've picked this number, so I'm at the back, because I don't want to be dealing with everything ahead. Even though I can probably deal with pirates, I just don't want to. I'd rather other people have to deal with it first. But also because I picked that number, all of the AI, which is Anne, Anthony, and Charles. I like to see the other two truckers there with us. We've give them a timer, so their ships might not be fully completed. Okay, continue. So, we've got, in order of crew, we've got Anthony on 16 crew, I've got 10, Anne has got 4, and then we've got, is it Charles? Charles has got 4 as well. Okay, so we will turn this over, and it is a meteor storm. So we got a big asteroid at 12, so it's going to sail past us on the right. No, it won't hit anybody. Small on 7, so it'll bounce off unless it's an open connector, so it all bounces off, and then a big one on 11, which means it's going to sail past. Obviously, if you get a really big ship, then, you know, if you roll in 1 and 2 or 11 and 12, it is going to slam into your ship anyway. Open space, and that's going to absolutely zip ahead. I think if you get, in the physical game, if you get lapped, because it is basically a loop, if you get lapped, then you have to drop out. I think in this, if you get 10 spaces or more maybe from the other ship, you have to drop out. I don't know if that's true or if I just made that up. It sounds about right. But I'm not going to be keeping up with any of these. But there's only a couple of open spaces in the deck. We picked those up. We checked those out. Although there is a couple of wild cards in. But we'll just continue on. We're doing okay. Meteor Swarm into 5. And looks like we've got a hit on... Oh, everybody's getting shot. There we are. All right, okay. So it looks like we've had a couple of shots there. So a couple of hits from the asteroids from our... other truckers. You can see in the other 2 ships they have taken a couple of hits in. Oh, here we go. Lots of hits there. But we've got guns to take out all of the asteroids again. We've done pretty well. So it looks like Charles has lost 1 component. Anthony on 4 because this got hit. And again, everything was connected to it. So all that's going to break. We also have Anne on... just a little bit of cargo there. So we're still factory fresh. Sabotage. Person with the least crew will be targeted randomly. I think you get 3 attempts at charging. So there's the sabotage, which is there, and it's gone. So sabotage. Let's go ahead, and we got pirates. So unless you've got 3 guns, you're getting shot. So looks like they're getting shot. That is... Charles. Anthony can say no. Anne's getting shot, and then we've got 6, which means we defeat them. Yeah, white flag. So we're actually, you can either say, look, I don't want to be dealing with that, and nothing happens, or you can say, yes, I'm going to loot 2 generic units of currency off them, but you will go back 1 space. It's totally fine. We're not in any speed sort of run here. And then, oh my good grief, look at Anne. Sorry, Anne's taken absolute hammering. Because look at this. This is what they're taking. This is the light fire, heavy fire and light fire. So we've got a couple of big shots here. And, oh, we're going to get hit. No, we're not, because obviously we defeated them. Okay, I was panicking there for a second. Okay, so we're just going to see what our opponents have. I say opponents, like I said, it's not... I think I said at the start, it's co-op. It's not really co-op. You're all in the same... You're all in the same boat. You're in the same convoy. You know, you want each other to do well. And it's that sort of game. Unless you really, you know, want people to lose. But I tend to find it is a good jokey game. And even watching people's ships break like that, everyone has to laugh with it. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Pirates again, getting shot from all sides. And no guns on Charles. Only 1 to 3 guns on Anthony. They could power up their guns, but there's no point. You can't beat 6. I can't even beat 6. However, I can equal it, which means... go away. It's a standoff. So everybody else is going to get shot, and this time it's from the side, so people are losing components. Bear in mind, by the way, we are taking these 2 crates of beverages with us, so we can't lose any components around the sides of us, otherwise it'll break. And we won't get compensated. In fact, not only will we not get compensated, we get penalised for doing it. So not only that, we also... have lost 2 spaces out of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 spaces. We've lost a sizable, we've lost 2 out of the 17 spaces that we can build on. It's actually, did I count the middle one? Either way, 2 out of the very small footprint. It's a noticeable amount. And then sabotage once again, which, yeah, looks like it's going to be Anne. Now, the advantage Anne has is their ship's really small now because it's been absolutely blasted to bits. And, oh no, it's going to get smaller. Good grief. I've seen this in the game where multiple times people have basically drifted a flaming pile of scrap into the dock, and it is legitimate, and that's exactly what I'm going to do there. Both crates, wonderful. Here's 5 credits for each. So there we go. And I've also gained the beverage truck in the campaign. Successfully delivered 2 crates of beverage to regular. There we go. We're proper on brand now, aren't we? So we're going to be top for the charts here because, for a start, well, we only get 1 point, 1 credit because we were the bottom. This is based on the finishing order, so 4, 3, 2, 1. We were last. However, the most pristine ship, 2 points. 12 because we got paid 2 for the pirates and then 5 each for the crates of beverage, and we most importantly, we didn't lose any components. I've seen people build a ship that is 3 tiles, a gun pointing forward, and a well, 3 tiles. Your starting tile, which is like your cockpit essentially, where you've got your 2 crew, a forward-facing gun, and a rear-facing engine, and then called it a day. And they've not only got to the end, they've won because other people have lost too many bits. We will proceed to regular, I believe this was, and I don't know what we're going to see here, but it will be fun in finding out. So there we go. Let's see. We've got to visit an office or look around the port. I'm going to visit the office and it's the bureaucrat. Okay. What do you want? I would like to get a license for Class 2 ships. The license costs 100 credits. That's way too expensive. I assure you the cost is exactly as much as it should be. I can't let any riffraff fly upper class ships. Where am I supposed to get that kind of money? Just work for it, like I do for my money. Sit in this office 4 hours a day with just 1 hour lunch break, 3 days a week. From what I hear, truckers just fly around, scraping together money every which way. Then they spend the money in here, exchange my signature on this form. Well, I'll consider it goodbye. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look around the port. I think there's a mechanic. Oh, you hear rumours of some sort of diplomatic crisis on an embassy station. And also... oh, that's it. So there's Embassy Station. We haven't visited it. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to go to Embassy Station. Rumours say there is some sort of situation at the Embassy Station. Let's take that route. So this is, once again, another standard route. So let's go ahead and build our ship. So I'm going to speed things up just a little bit because hopefully you've got what the game's about in terms of what you have to do and how you build. So I'm going to build as best I can, naturally. I do like to make connectors, you know... no, that's too much battery there already because I've got nothing that can nothing to utilize that. Put that back there. Yes, I do want to build a ship that is relatively decent. I should probably look at what we're going to come across. Abandoned ship, meteor storm. Loads of meteor swarm. Is storms or swarms? Swarm, apparently, and some smugglers, which will take cargo. Okay, what I'm hearing is I need no open connectors or I need to make sure that I've got some shields. So, but most importantly, the guns pointing forward. I'm going to keep that part there because that's a useful part. I'm having trouble building here. So let's see how we get on. So grabbing the parts, looking at, arranging it, putting it back, etc. Some of these are not so good. That can go there, then that can go there. That just gives us more options to open things up just a little bit. That gun won't go there. Well, it would. Well, that would fit there, and it would remove this bit, but I will sort of lose a section out. So I do like to build a bit better than that. Let's go with... no, I don't need any more crew, actually. I don't like, as a rule, to put the crew next to each other like this, because one of the things you can find in the game is... one of the events, I think, is like a virus, and essentially any crew compartments next to other crew compartments will mean the death of those crew. One of each, I should say. Let's have a side gun there, and then nothing going there. I want something to go in this section, but I'll put the engine there. I've not found the bit I want just yet, so let's see. I might just have to eventually put up and shut up. What about this thing? That'll go there. And let's rotate around pointing that way. That's fine. And right, let's go ahead and see if I can build this a bit better. That'll go there perfectly. So obviously you're having to keep an eye on the sort of parts that have been drawn already. Making sure you get the best you can. That wouldn't be any good there. Nor would that be any good there. And the problem is as well that I've been putting these, because I'm silly, I've been putting them in the same sort of pile. So I'm gonna have to remove some of these to get to some of these others. I think most of the guns that I would want are pointing forward are gone now. So this is obviously a scramble for parts that you think are suitable. Now, I don't like to do it, but I'm probably gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put one of the power-up guns forward. Although, I fear I may have left it too late. I think someone's bought it. That would go there, but it's got 2 open connectors. That'll have to go there, and it's got 1. That's fine. I'll accept that. I'm going to have to, aren't I? I'm going to have to put up and shut up. This is going to be a problem, because I think most of the guns have gone. So let's go with a... Let's see what else. Oh, it looks like John. This is John and Sergey, actually. Can I put that there? I can, but it won't help per se. It's not terrible. It means some of my... That there would mean front and left, and then left and down are covered, but not the right. But that's... I don't think that's a problem. Because there's no big asteroids coming from the left and the right. It's all just small ones. Okay. Let's see if I can get... I need a gun in here, and I'm running out of parts. Oh, someone's... Right, okay. So what's happened now is someone's picked they've picked a number. Sergey's picked number 1. So the final countdown has begun. I need to finish this off. I need to finish off sooner rather than later. So I'm going to put that in there. And let's go for an engine. So we've got 3 engines on the back. What else am I missing out on? Another shield would be great. That'll do. And I'm last. Okay, the game actually crashed out there for a moment. However, it has brought us back to the ship we finished building. So we will continue and do our usual. So we will go to the first thing, which is a meteor swarm forward. So here we go. Shots coming in, and immediately people are losing parts. I guess that's a part there. That's a large asteroid at, was it 10? We got a small asteroid at 4, and then a large asteroid at 3. So everything's missed there, and not even a scratch. Let's go for another meteor swarm. So it shots from the front, so it bounces off unless it's an open connector. Shot from the rear, so just bouncing off there, which is good. This one I'm worried about because I do have an open connector to that side, but we're okay there. Then finally, shot on the left, which is, again, it's going to miss us. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Next one is abandoned ship, so we can use 3 crew, which almost certainly Sega will because they have 12 crew. I think they start with 16 actually. But anyway, yeah, they're going to move some crew over and they'll gain 4 credits. I don't anticipate winning anything here in terms of like the overall scoreboard at the end, because I don't think I've built this ship very well, and I'm not at the front, so I don't get to do this, which is that smugglers, they defeated them and they've taken some cargo. And now obviously we now have someone else at front. That's John. And yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and we'll get to open space. So I can choose if I want to spend a battery to activate our engines. So our engine is currently 2. 1, 2. And spend a battery to gain 4 because I want to get ahead of the pack. There we go. So I've got in between them and did an overtake maneuver. We now have a big asteroid, which is going to be, yeah, on 10, so it's missed. Shot on the left, which is going to bounce off, and then shot from the right, and that is going to sail straight past as well. So no big dramas. Next one. Slavers, have you got 6 gun? Otherwise, they will take 3 crew. There you go. They will come to us and do the same thing. We, however, we're currently on 4.5 gun. 4 gun, why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and the ones at the side count as half. However, if I power up the front gun, I gain another 2, taking me to 6.5. Over there, 6. I will shoot and defeat them. So, as standard, they don't take anything from us, in this case, people, but we've seen pirates which shoot you and smugglers who take the cargo off you. This one is crew. So they don't do anything as standard. However, we can also say, I will take time basically extorting them and say, look, you shouldn't have done that. You're very naughty. Bunch of slavers, give me 5 credits. They've obliged me. Planets. We might as well land. I don't know where. Oh, it doesn't really matter what or where, because we only have one place to go. Only one person can land on any one part of the planet. So there we go, and we will go ahead and pick up those and continue. So actually, I said it wasn't going to be a very good run. I'm quite hopeful for this. We're not going to get the top score. We're not going to get the best ship. However, we will get 5 for being defeating the slavers, and then we got a bit of cargo as well. We were second. 13, 13, and 12. Actually, I guess joint first, joint second. Not last, but it was very close anyway, because the next person was on 12. So over to Embassy Station, and well, this is where it gets interesting. We can visit the embassy or visit the VIP lounge. Visit the embassy. Psst, could you follow me down this corridor? Of course, why not? Great, thank you. And we've been mugged. No. So we have a delicate situation here. We recently hosted a delegation from when they took off and accidentally left one of their officials behind. Would you be so kind as to escort Mr. Quirr to his home planet? Sure, I'll take them to I'll take him to them, no problem. Okay, thanks, Mr. Okay, this gentleman will accompany you home. And actually, you've got the briefcase there in a very official person, and that is. You're welcome. Okay, so. Thank you very much. We'll reward you as soon as you return. And then we have another route. I'm also going to go to visit the VIP lounge. Checking VIP status. Status check failed. Access denied. Oh. Actually, this gentleman is of high importance to us. You can let him in. He will surely not be staying long as his mission is not complete. Access granted. Like I say, it has humour punctuated throughout the entire game. Hi there, who are you? Just some random trucker, a VI diplomat fulfilling missions of the highest importance. I'm Generickson, and you? That's cute, but it's okay. I know I'm the most famous trucker in the galaxy. What? Even so, it's nice you pretend you don't recognise me. Sit down, have a drink. Alright, and there they are. Dull day around the space station. I want to do something. Like what? Something more fun than sitting around here. How about a flight? I hear they closed the route to regular because of a meteor storm. Want to fly it? But isn't that dangerous? Yeah, that's why it's fun. But you said the route's being closed. Well, if we were to fly it, then it wouldn't be as much fun. Okay, I've been through meteor storms before. Really? Even storms with large meteors coming from the left and the right? You need cannons pointing to the side, otherwise they'll crush you like a soda can. No problem, I'm a minute trucker. I can handle it. What about you? Maybe some of the time. How about, I can handle it. What about you? Count on it, flyboy. My ship modified class 1. Sleek and sporty, built for this sort of thing. Won't beat up as badly as yours. We'll see. Sure we will. To make it interesting, how about this? You lose a few components and I'll let you lend you my design specs. Sounds good. See you at the hangar. So I did mention earlier about you get different classes of ships. So we're on a class 1 ship. They'll have a class of ship where it's a slightly different layout. From experience, I know that it's just missing the front section, so shots coming from the left and right are less likely to hit it. But we're not going to do that. We have a VIP mission, which is you promise the escort the purple alien to his home of planet Thuzquilker. Take this route. So we have a purple alien. Please choose a good cabin for Mr. And don't forget to attach your life support module to the cabin. So the way it works is you will attach the purple life support to the cabin, and that means you can put an alien in it. And it's important that the aliens don't go on the purple bit. That is just the life support system. Very important. So, do hope you arrive safely. Let's go ahead and we will go. So, once again, we're building again. Here we go, we're building. And we'll do what we can. So, what I'm looking to do is place in, say, that there, maybe. Yes, and then when I place a cabin, the priority for the cabin will be either here or here, and I'm going to place it not there, but I've got lots of options at least, which is good. Oh, where's that bit that was over here? Oh, no, I'll do that. There we go. That's fine. And then we're going to go for that maybe. No, that maybe no. That one. That'll do. That's fine. So we now have a purple alien cabin. I'm also going to put that one in there. That's going to go in there. We're going to have all manner of components on the right. Maybe shields. No, maybe some sort of engine would be of some benefit. That's going to go there immediately. You have to keeping my peepers peeped for some bits that pop up that people grab. I'm going to say get myself some shielding. Maybe shielding there, which means if I do shielding, I will need a battery. And lo and behold, there is a battery, but that's yeah. What have we got? Oh, combat zone. So this is where everybody is tested. Okay. I'll do what I can. Putting that there is a risk. It is a big risk. But I'm just going to do it anyway. Just to get it done. That won't go on the front. Neither will that piece. That's not going to go there. We've already got one engine. That will go there, but I don't really need it. That will not fit in there properly. That will point backwards, but I'm not going to bother with it. That's a shield, which is not suitable for that location. Neither is that. Cargo, I'm not going to bother with. That's a perfect part for that to make a decent ship. I probably want something around here that's going to open up. So not those, not that. I just want a part that's got a bit going to the left and down, to the right and down, should I say, and connects to the left. So not that. That would suffice, but I'm just going to try a different part. That won't fit in. By the way, if you, in the physical game, if you put a connector to a open space like this, that is also classed as an illegal position for that connector. So that's not going to go in there. That will go in there. We'll go for more engines. I will go for a side gun to give me a half gun. I'll also probably go for... I need to put something in there. I don't want the open connector, so I don't want to put it there. Let's keep on dragging these parts over to see what can go. That's not going to go. That's going to have to go, but the problem is I do have now an exposed connector facing that direction, but it is what it is. I'm just going to do my best to put something in there. It looks like the final countdown has begun. Looks like Miguel has picked the part, so it's just me and Ellen. No, Ellen's picked as well, so everybody's basically timed the game out now. I've just got a limited amount of time to grab this. I don't want more population. I think they've actually made better ships than me. Look at that! Look how fast that ship is. It's really good. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to build much here. I might actually run out of time. You know what? Anything that's going to fit in there it's going to get slotted in. And if it can go in, just going to cycle through these parts. No, no, no. Again, the game is helpful. It will allow you to place things in there and try them. That would be really nice there. You'd think there'd be a battery that would go in there, but I don't. I actually think that I'm not going to fit anything in there. I just have an inkling that... Oh, no, that can go in there, which it's better than nothing. Right, there we go. We will continue. So, I will then... I have a choice to put a purple alien in any cabin. The purple alien can go to any cabin that is attached to the life support, and if you do that, it removes the 2 crew, so... When it comes to crew comparison, you lose, obviously you won't have that many crew. But a purple alien gives you +2 to your overall firepower, which is useful. Open space, so engines away. Wow. So is this... Was that Ellen? Yeah, Ellen has got 0 engine or 8, depending on how many batteries they went for. They've went with a full battery build, haven't they? It's interesting to see all of the engines in the builds. That's a fair amount of crew as well. I don't know how many crew we've got. Abandoned station, you can use 5 crew, not spend 5 crew, so you get them back, but it'll take you 1 space to do. But they jump back. They will go back to the abandoned station like so, and they've taken some cargo there. Looks like I've got some planets, so people are landing, and I don't get to choose. There's only 2 parking spots on the entire planet. So we don't get to choose, which means, yeah, moving on. Combat zone. So we do all three. People with the least crew. So I'm actually on this one. Person with the fewest crew get a -3 distance. So we will drop back. That's fine with me. Person with the fewest engines, which is me, will now lose 2 crew. Not good. So they're going to get some crew. We get to choose. I'm going to choose crew from there and there. There we go. So we've lost some crew. People with the least firepower, which is definitely not us, because we have a purple alien on board, will get shot from the back. And the idea getting shot from the back. First one misses. Second one misses. They've lucked out on that one. Good for them. Good. Happy for them. Meteor swarm. So, again, any exposed connectors will be destroyed. Anything else, they'll just bounce off. There's a snake eyes. It's got to go past. Bouncing off. And then... Ooh. So if this had hit here, it would have broke apart my ship. Abandoned ship. Spend 2 crew and gain 3 credits. Again, we're on a VIP mission. We don't really necessarily care about all of these. We just need to get Mr. back to their hometown. Planets. Okay. I'm not going to land because... Oh, I could land. I might as well land. What's the downside, really? I don't think there is one. We're only going to get 2 credits, but it's 2 more than I had. So I might as well. Mr. I needed some fresh air, so there we go. Meteor swarm again from the front, 7, right on the front. So everyone's powered up their guns if they need to. 10, sail straight past. And then another big shot. 5. Crunch. Crunch. Oh, look at all that cargo that they've just lost. Oh, Ellen's just lost loads of cargo. Feel for them. The moment will pass. Smugglers. Do you have 4 guns? If you don't, lose 2 crew. If you don't have 2... lose 2 cargo. If you don't have cargo, they will take batteries. I don't think they take people, though. I myself will not lose anything because, quite frankly, we've got enough gun. And I will say, I'm going to loot you back. Because, although our cargo hold is full, they have a orange and a green cargo, which are worth a lot more than the 2 blue I've got. So I will... leave these at home, and I will cycle back the others. Like that. Okay, continue on. Open space once again. And, yeah, I noticed that people are not boosting the engines now that we're near the end because they're running out of battery. Planets again. I could land if it was to get the orange cargo, but I'm not going to get the blue because that would be less than what I currently have. And I'm already at max cargo capacity, so there's no point in me landing. And then, yeah, there we go. And then last time for this run, slavers. So again, do you have 6 guns? Otherwise, lose 3 crew. And, well, looks like 3 crew from the first ship. And it's going to be 3 guys from the second one. And then they come to us, and, well, they decide that is a bad idea. And we will get 5 generic units of currency for their trouble. Dock at Thizquizr. And there we go. Alien language detected. Relax, I'm bringing you the purple guy. Oh, there. What? Yes. And, yes. Lots of communique. Generic alien language. So we're free to land? Ugh. Okay. And there we are. We're landing on a purple rock full of guns. There is another alien as well. It's the brown alien, and it gives you the same but for engines. And you might think, why the colours? Because if you look, the guns are purple and the engines are brown. And, well, that's the same for the aliens. I don't know if that's based on the aliens or the other way around, but there you go. So we'll land up. So, lots of language. Yes, no, whatever. I'll say yes and nod my head. Purple aliens now unlocked. So we can now meet those throughout the course of playing the game. We can talk to the human businessman. There he is. What a coincidence. Hoping to find another human on this planet. Do you have a moment? Of course. I got lucrative business broken commodities between the purples and the browns. I mean, between the and the... Yeah. Citizens of the planet known as Silence. Route between the two planets is dangerous, and I'm no action hero. Would you like to be an armed escort to the planet of the brown aliens? Why don't I hear someone from around here? They're fierce warriors. Their hissing makes me nervous. I prefer to fly with brown aliens. They're quiet. But if that's dangerous, I'd rather not go. Or what are you offering in exchange? How about 25% of the gross? Well, 50%. No, can I go at 25%? But you'll get to meet the brown aliens. Oh, okay, fair enough. Excellent. This could be the start of a beautiful business relationship. See you at the docks. All right. I can also talk to the natives. And I can say... I'm afraid I'm missing the last word. A lot of these places you'll have to go back to again because you might not have got to a certain part in the story. Yes, of course. See, I could try and brute force this, and it doesn't do anything. All right, let's go ahead. You promised to protect the businessman on the trip to the home planet of the brown aliens. Let me take this route. Hi there. Thanks for taking me up on my offer. I think your job is pretty clear. Take care of business, and you take care of me. I need to have at least 10 credits worth of goods on my ship, otherwise you can't even cover the port tariff. What if you don't pick enough goods? Well, we'll have to come back. What if one of us has to give up on the flight? Then we'll both come back here. Basically, I have to escort the businessman to the location with cargo. What happens if we succeed? Then we'll earn a lot of money and get rich. Of course, I'm already rich, but a little bit more can't hurt. All right. Well, sounds like a good thing to do. So, my goal for this is protection. So what I'm hearing is I need guns, I need engines, I don't need anything else. Let's get down to business. So, that's their ship. Their ship is different. Look at that. Different size ship, different class of ship. Immediately, I'm going to put on that and that. So, good start. A very good start to this. And, oh, there we go. We've already got another alien. Cargo-wise, you can see I'm not picking up any cargo. I have no interest in any sort of cargo capacity on this vessel. But I do have interest in getting as much firepower on this thing as possible. So grabbing the parts, dragging them, checking them, and then moving them back. I'm actually going to save that because that's a really good part. And I'm going to put it about here if I can. In fact, I can do that. No! I thought I'd put it there. I put it there. I've misclicked. Oh, this is going to go bad. Oh, this is bad. This is all kinds of bad. Right, okay, well, I'm already just going to accept that this is not going to go well for me. So I'm just going to have to do what I can. I'm not going to harry the businessmen on building their ship, but I've got enough. I need to get enough. I've got enough batteries for the engines and such. I need to make sure I've got enough firepower, which is what I'm doing now. I'm getting some side firepower and everything else. So you can see I'm just putting as much gunnage as possible. That's the technical term, by the way, gunnage, around here. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 firepower. Because I will eventually, I think, come across, slavers. I need to defeat the slavers. I need to defeat the smugglers. I need to defeat the smugglers. But look at all the planets, though. Loads of planets. How are they getting on? Oh, they've got a brown alien on board. And that's bad for me because it means that when they go to engines, they'll boost really far. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to keep building. I might as well put that there because it's a good connector. And then I'm going to put another engine on the back. Can't rotate that round though. That'll have to do. That would fit on. I don't know if I mentioned, but if you have anything in this storage here, when you come to the end of the build, then you just get that deducted off your credit amount. So you can't just store things all the time because you will lose credits. Good. Engines. And ideally I want one more gun there. If I can get one more gun in, then that would be handy. But I think I might be out of options, really. I think so. And you know what? I really don't want... I'm going to pick number 1. I really don't want... Wow, that was close. Final countdown happened, then they pick number 2. If they pick number 1, which the AI will, it means it's going to be at the front facing everything. And, well, should we have a look at their ship? Let me say that, yes. Their ship is... It's a cargo hauler. They've made a cargo hauler. So they have 1 engine, but they can power up to 5, plus a brown alien 7. I have, and they've got half a gun. So, slavers, straight away. I can spend a battery to defeat them, which I will. Now, do I get a credit? Which is fine, but if I do, I will lose a space, and I'm right next to them anyway. I'm going to do it anyway, because I know the first jump, they're going to boost their engines and get ahead of me. And yes, this is one of those missions, and there are a few, admittedly, that can be infuriating. I am not going to loot that. And I don't think anyone else has the option to loot it. There's smugglers once again. So all I'm doing is defeating them. I could say yes and take some of the loot from them, but I'm not, because I want to stay ahead. Because if it was this guy, all that would happen, if I was behind them, they wouldn't be able to defeat them, then this guy would lose 2 cargo. They've currently got no cargo, so they would start losing batteries. Open space, let me guess, 7 engine. I'm going to activate my engines to get 4. Oh, they only went to 5, okay. But they have got ahead of us now. Hopefully it's planets. No, it's open space. I'm going to once again boost. They've gone to 5 again. So they're getting a little bit ahead. Please, planets. No, slavers. Now they're going to lose 3 crew. Which means they're out the game. We've lost. We've lost. That's it. They've got no crew. I did say that's what can happen. I will defeat them. So they've boosted ahead. In their impetus, they've just got too far. They've had to drop out. That did not go as well as I'd hoped. Oh well, let's go back. Try again sometime. Businessman has no human crew left. We have to return back. So, it is a failure. Not ours, I don't think. We did quite well. If they hadn't boosted ahead of us. You would think there'd be a bias for them to not do that. But maybe it's either deliberately programmed him to do that, or it's not and it's more annoying. Maybe it's an oversight. We had a little trouble in the last run, didn't we? Want to try it again? Yes, let's go. Excellent. Okay. So, we have the same run to get over to the to Silence, which is the brown aliens. But we will leave it there. That has been a bit of Galaxy Trucker. Again, different from the sort of thing I feature, but a game I very much enjoy. Like I said, the game's getting on a bit now. I think it came out in, well, on PC 5 years ago, maybe around about that time, and more for mobile devices. And the actual physical board game's probably been out 10, 15 years, something like that. But they're all games and editions that I very much enjoy, and I say I've sort of rediscovered it again and been replaying through the campaign on mobile devices and, you know, enjoying it. So I thought I'd put this video together. Bit of a rambly one, bit different, but hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this, then you will have to let me know in the comments, because I don't plan on doing any more, because I know it's not for everybody. In fact, I know it's going to be not very, maybe not well received is not the right words, because I think the people that will enjoy this will really enjoy it, but it's going to be not a overly popular video. But if you've got this point, you've either skipped ahead, or you're the hero and you've watched up to this point, and it means you want to see more, but you'll have to let me know in the comments on that one. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and if nothing else, like I say, hope you've enjoyed the ride and the trucking. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself. And generic partings.